Hello again! Today we're gonna make this beautiful and delicious Lepioshki. You can see all the ingredients and measurements on the screen, but be mindful it could vary. We are starting by mixing warm water, yeast, sugar, salt, and your cooking oil. We'll give it a good mix, then we'll gradually add the flour, a little bit at a time. Lepioshki has been a staple food in Central Asia for centuries, with its origin dating back to ancient times. It can be enjoyed plain, with butter, honey, or jam, or used to scoop up soups, stews, and kebabs. Making Lepioshki involves two main steps: preparing the dough and frying it. Once we finish with the dough, we'll be halfway there. And friends, be careful not to add too much flour. The dough should be soft. Now that the dough is ready, I'll place it in a bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, and let it rise for about an hour. You can witness the magic of rising dough in our sort of time-lapse video. See that? Isn't it amazing? Now that we have a good amount of dough, I'll divide it in half and work with one half first. Try to cut the dough into evenly sized pieces. I'm shaping it into a long roll to make it easier to cut into halves and then quarters and then eighths. By the end of this, we'll have 8 equally sized pieces of dough. The dough is still a bit sticky, so be careful not to add too much extra flour. Just add enough flour to make the dough workable. To shape the Lepioshka in circles, we'll start by forming round dough balls. I'll demonstrate this technique, which is similar to how I shaped the dough for the chebureki in one of the first videos on this channel. Once we have all the dough balls ready, we'll heat up some oil in a pan. I'm using canola oil for this recipe. It's better to use more oil than less, so the Lepioshki can fry properly. Now we'll shape the dough balls into round discs. Later, I'll show you the desired thickness, but feel free to adjust it to your preference. To ensure even cooking, I'll make 2 cuts in each disc. If you don't, the center might not cook properly, as you'll see with the second batch. You'll see the yeast working its magic in real time. Look for those bubbles to form, which is a good sign. As you'll see throughout the video, all the Lepioshka will be full of bubbles, which is a key to their unique texture and flavor. Honestly guys, I can't stop watching those bubbles pop up. It's just mesmerizing. Let's keep the frying fun going. We'll repeat this process for each disc. Pretty easy, what do you think? Just be careful with the measurements and shaping the discs. After that, it's a simple process. You might be wondering why the pile of Lepioshka isn't growing much, eh? The reason the pile isn't growing faster is because I'm not alone in the kitchen. The secret to truly amazing Lepioshka? Eat them hot and fresh. You won't regret it. That's exactly what my kids are doing right now. Now that the first batch is done, let's start on the second. I won't go through every step again for the second batch, but I'll show you the desired thickness. And remember, you can adjust it to your preference. I'm transferring the disc from hand to hand to remove any excess of flour. Let me know in the comments if you tried making Lepioshka. I'm curious to hear your feedback. Even in my family, we have different preferences. Some prefer Lepioshka, some krebli. What is your favorite? Please share your ideas for future videos. What else would you like to see me to cook? So far I've received one request for a recipe, sirniki, and I'll be making it soon. Well, hello everybody. When I started this channel, I assumed lots of dishes that I knew, that they're Russians or Russian Germans, that's all I knew, because my father is Russian, my mom is German, to do with these two cultures, but apparently I was wrong. and good that I look into the history of this Lepioshki. And apparently they go from Central Asia and exactly from Uzbekistan. It could be bigger pile, but I have two students, actually three students at home, two of them boys, and as soon as I'm making pile bigger, they making sure that it will be not too big. Really good. I showed how I do crepe 2 weeks ago, and today I was actually surprised. They're so good. Different dough, as you will notice how I will make the dough. It's there is no yogurt or sour cream here. It's only yeast, but damn, they're good. You really gotta try them.